Our little party of crazy adventurers, those known as the R.A.T.S, have been making their way through the city of Brass, a massive ancient city that had been overcome by a shadow storm. Shadow demons, and, well, unique shadow monsters from the plane of shadow had overtaken the majority of the city. The party had successfully acquired the Moat of Shadow, also known as Umbra de Mortem, by the new High Priestess of the Shadow Queen, who is able to wield its power to both expel and to, well, inhale, retract, subsume the shadow. And she did that to great effect. Ultimately, the party made their way into the Long Castle, where they met the general of the Sultan, Jagar Hajad, a massive pit fiend, who then directed them to one of two locations, either the Bright Temple or the Oracle of Mephistopheles. Choosing between angels and demons, or more accurately, devils, angels and devils, the party, of course...
Because I wasn't there that week!
Yes, the half-angel wasn't present to sway the choice. The party chose the Oracle of Mephistopheles.
I think you did have your vote.
Watched that episode, and I still don't know how that decision happened.
It was forced.
It was Jake. That's what it was. It was Jake saying, I think we should go to the devils because the enemy of our enemy is our friend. I remember that.
Yep.
Which...
It was me.
You were part of it.
Yeah.
Sure.
Which, ultimately, the party arrived and was able to, through a series and sequence of events, gather together another, what they believe to be, well, actually what they know to be because of Celine's ring, to be a mote of creation, known as the Passion. I want to get the Might of Passion. Well, these were Might of Passions, which...
Mote of Desire.
Which was the Mote of Desire. Thank you. So together made up the Mote of Desire. All the different Mights of Passion made up the Mote of Desire. They obtained that. And each one of them handled it in turn, having various positive and negative effects, depending on how strong they were to withstand the influence of the Mote of Desire.
Who did the poorest?
Hashin. Yeah, Hashin. The first one. Because he did not have the benefits of Bless that Celine imbued on every other member of the party, but him. Just for funsies. Sorry, Hashin. Meanwhile, the party was also able to free a planetar angel from its bondage. They gained an ally, although that ally was short-lived, as...
And most of our allies are.
as they fought the Keeper of the Oracle, freed the Oracle, and gained passage, ultimately, to the Celestial Gate, a very unique location within the city of Brass, high up inside of the firestorm that rages around the city. They did battle with an old foe. In fact, one of the Storm Giant Ray's old adventuring party, Marishka, who had previously, in the last campaign, was Carissa's character, who had been overtaken by the shadow.
You made her die begging. No.
Well, spoiler alert. She did die.
You were getting there.
The party did combat, and Marishka was able to kill Celine, as well as the two devil companions who you brought with you, and nearly took out several other party members. However, with one last gasp of breath, as the planetar was also essentially mind scrambled and killed, knocked to 0 hit points, he sacrificed himself to bring Celine back. And so Chozekel, the strength of the gods, lent his strength to Selene. Marishka, meanwhile, was absorbed into the mote of shadow, Umbra de Mortem, and her life essence fully empowered the mote, which Cacophony, the high priestess of the Raven Queen, then channeled through the conduit of the Celestial Gate to expel the influence and possession of the millions of souls within the city of Brass. And with one massive collective scream, the city, the horde of all of the denizens within, let out a scream, and then there was silence. And it is in this silence that you all find yourselves, battered, beaten, but everyone now alive. And you take in the Celestial Gate, the massive rotating circulature that is making up the gate, the central runes, which are all aglow, but not necessarily turned on. The gate, you know, has the ability to teleport you anywhere in the multiverse, if it is manned properly by someone who knows how to do this. You have been told that if you are successful, that the Sultan would make his appearance. And so you wait and watch, and this moment is your opportunity to discuss whatever conversation you would like to have.
Selene, are you all right?
That was Crystal laughing. Not Celine. Sorry, it was a funny question. Celine
You're just dead.
pushes herself up and goes, I think so. What is Chozakel? He's gone? Gone?
Chozakel traded his life for yours.
I knew that she had attacked me, and I felt the wound, but it was like waking up from sleep, and I saw him disappear. And I just knew you were in the middle of making decisions, and I felt very called to influence that. Are you all right? As she's like sitting up, like covered in blood.
Ray, your ginormous storm giant friend, who, by the way, continues to grow throughout this time. She's about 10 feet tall now. Though her hair is all gone, has been seared off, there are scars upon her head. She is rather unscathed through this combat. She took some significant blows, but the majority of the attacks from Marishka were focused on Selene and Chozakel and Hashin, who also is kind of holding his side, bleeding, but stable. Ray looks over at Cacophony. Says, she made the right choice, guys. She saved all of those people. I'm so proud of you, Cacophony. Good job.
Thank you. I'm really sorry about your friend.
Well, you know, I'm kind of sorry too, because at the end she was begging for her life, and I thought maybe that you should have saved her. But she also was possessed by L'Real, and I hate L'Real so much, but she got what was coming to her, so that's good.
That's perfect. So, I think everybody is as alright as we can be right now. If we believe what we were told, then the Sultan is going to make an appearance.
That's what we have been told. It is our only way forward. We cannot get
Hashin
to
speaks
the storm.
up. The Sultan, do we have to do any formal greetings? What should we do about our appearance? I have a gift I can offer him. As he kind of takes out the urn with which he uses to control fire elementals. I'm sure he already can control every ounce of fire here, but it is at least an offering that we can put forth.
Can I roll history on what, and Hashim would probably be able to roll this too, on like what we would know of the etiquette for greeting the Sultan or
Sure.
referring to him?
Fair trade.
Please roll
Like-
a history check
like- With advantage?
yes, because you've lived in the city for many cycles and you understand some of those dynamics.
What was that?
I think he prefers "What's up, homie?" I rolled a 1 and a 2 on the dice. So
Ashin kind of furrows his brow.
Oh,
I
which is a 6.
I think you maybe hit your head too hard, Habibi.
Are you sure? Yeah, maybe. Now that I think about it, I didn't really listen to talk about the Sultan too much. I was too busy healing people in the gladiator room.
kind of beat up. Otherwise, I would do a little more talking, but I got to kind of rest my vocal cords. Speaking of rest, I'm kind of pooped. Maybe we could do a long rest or something if the Sultan will allow it. I'm just gonna sit over here for now. Don't mind me. I'll, Here, he hands to Cacophony. Here, take this censure. You offer the gift. Just be respectful, you usually. Manny,
I'll try.
you make sure everyone is good. Anthony, please. I know how you often will be with gods and stuff.
That is me.
So
And Anthony.
The
be
most
respectful, yeah?
most important thing is we need to be respectful without being flippant, and be aware that even before all of this went to hell in a handbasket, to be punny.
We are really close to hell here. There's portals and everything, and there are these devils, and you were trying to be ironic or
Both ironic and deeply sad about the reality of where we are. But, what was I going to say? We have to understand that he was constantly facing power threats and grasps. People trying to jockey for favor and for power and acting in different groups. And so the last thing we want to do, especially in such a moment of retaking the city, is rub any salt in that wound and reassure him of his power to step back into the city.
I mean,
is there any Hashin and Celine, you know, and if I'm to understand the stories, Anthony, your past lives, understand who the Sultan is and how he has essentially the whole city in servitude. Is there any request we could make of him that he wouldn't dismiss out of hand?
That's what I was thinking this whole way in. I know we need to ask for passage. I think it is fair to say, as a lawful being, he understands the magnitude of what we've done here.
Mm-hmm.
Are we sure he's a lawful being?
No, I'm just assuming, based on the laws that we've seen the city operate under. I remember I learned with a crit in the Red Dragon's lair a lot of lore. Now, granted, I believe it was here's what could potentially be the background and what we believe it could be. But if I remember correctly, he was one of essentially an elemental, primordial, celestial type being, way back before City of Brass with a brother.
That was some of the conjecture between the murals that Hugo saw in the Emerald Caldera when you went down to the tomb of Mukfat.
Yep.
You all remember that.
Yep.
Exactly.
And you also did some research, and then so kind of cross-referencing those murals with the research you did, that was kind of the conjecture that you arrived at, but you also recognized that great lengths had been gone to seek
erase
to erase any clarity around the origins of the Sultan.
Are you getting at if it would be possible to ask for freedom for the slaves?
Or at least benevolence towards them.
I'm thinking the same thing. We know that the slaves are not the only, but they are a major source of profit and revenue for this city. We know that he's going to be facing chaos in some capacity of restoring their form of order to the city. And if I had to wager, I don't think that they would want to seek to weaken that stance any further.
It's about that time when you say further, as if you still have something more to say, that you become keenly aware of a presence behind you.
And
Do we see the presence behind her?
No.
Hmm.
You sense it first for a moment, and you kind of pause, and in that pause, a voice kind of reverberates out for all of you audibly to hear.
Okay.
And he says, "A chaos which you have contributed to, Celine."
we all hear that?
Yeah, we all hear that.
This is a horrible split of Chris and Celine not knowing anything.
At that, you all kind of turn in the direction of the voice, and it's strange because your see invisibility did not see a creature behind her.
Mm-hmm.
It's as if from out of the astral or fiery atmosphere or something, as if he is kind of uncloaking himself and revealing his presence to you all.
As if he wasn't fully in our dimension at the point.
Correct. Before you stands in a not necessarily egotistical or kind of pompous stature, just a very kind of confident, almost lean against one of the circular armatures of the celestial gate, one of the gyroscopes that are there, which those, by the way, are about 20 feet up. And so he's kind of like leaning with his elbow against one. He wears black obsidian armor, not if you've ever played the Elder Scrolls games, almost like the
Daedric or Ebony?
the Daedric armor that has like kind of the sweeping spike motif, except
Can I just die?
it's not made of stone or obsidian. It's almost like this stylized metal, and it is it meshes in what look to be almost various trophies, like the skull of a dragon, or the a massive what looks to be celestial greatsword, or things of this nature, as if kind of showing off his conquests. His face is shrouded. It is shrouded in a hood, which is pulled up from kind of the neck roll of the armor, and comes forth. And there's almost a obfuscation, not of shadow. It's just almost like smoke that is just present. But through the smoke, you do see two almost inferno-like flames where the eyes would be. His rest of his body, his skin, is all covered in this armor, this black armor with the various... And it's not all black. There are other metals and things which are fused in. Again, all of them mementos, so to speak, of the ages. Some of them gem-studded, some of them more arcane in nature. And Celine, roll a perception check.
I don't want to. I want to go home. Crit.
A crit, of course. When he appears, and you kind of turn to him and look, as you're kind of taking him in, the peripheral vision of your eye notices your ring,
Okay.
which lights up and points at him.
Mode of fire.
Lights up, huh?
And so you don't know what aspect of his armor that he possesses, but there is a mote of creation at the very least as one of these mementos in what he possesses.
Wait, can I get distracted for a second?
You all are kind of taking him in. So after he announces,
Where did these go off of the dragon?
they are on the ground.
Yeah.
That's what I would have been at.
Okay, I presume you would have already gone over to them, and as you grasp them in your hands, they begin to shrink down to your size.
And he hands them to me.
Would you like one?
Yeah, right. Copies for it's like the 3D glasses at the theater.
He, after having asked making the statement, chaos which you have caused, he kind of pauses, and you can't, of course, see the facial features, but you would swear that the tone of his voice belies a bit of a amused smile behind kind of announcing himself in the midst of your conversation about him.
Did he catch the part where we said how handsome he was and magnificent? He caught that, right? We didn't want to say it at the table, but that was part of the downtime.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
He awaits someone to respond.
Not to be pedantic, but the first time you said chaos we've contributed to, and then you edited it to cause. So
Contributed to.
there we go. I like that one better.
Contributed
Yeah.
to.
Okay,
Don't
that's
forget,
easier.
he ended that sentence with a Celine.
I know.
Yes.
Oh, I didn't forget. Celine will lower her head in a curtsy bow and say, "Exalted one, I see you've heard us begin to discuss the aftermath of this battle.
Well, the saviors of the city should not have to bow to me presently. You may dispense with formalities.
Oh, thank goodness.
In silence. Oh, okay. I didn't mean to smack you that hard in real life. That was beefy. That was beefy.
How did you accomplish this matter? My vision is vast, and you are strong, but how have you become this strong? When you first caught my attention, you were not more than a thorn in my side. But now you have real power, as he looks at Cacophony in particular. And his eyes, the fiery flames, kind of linger in her direction. As he kind of unleans from the gyroscope, and he kind of steps over and into the center of the circle where you are, and kind of sits cross-legged down next to you, so that he's maybe only about 20 feet tall, and he kind of just leans
Ray
in.
goes on her tippy toes.
Yes, Ray. And he looks over at Ray, and you swear that the eyes kind of go a little bit slitted, as if there's a smile that is, oh, you storm giants. Always the prideful lot. You
Why
know-
wouldn't we be prideful? We serve a nom.
Ah, Nom, yes.
Sorry, it's possessing me.
Old soul. He is a good god.
And wise, and very, very strong.
He is indeed. I would not want to trifle with him. And I'm glad he's on our side.
You asked how we got to this point. Frankly, I've been wondering the same thing.
We've been working towards this goal for a very long time.
It's been a series of unfortunate, seemingly disconnected events that have beset us one after another. But through them, we've been able to make our way back here. In fact, that's... Actually, now that I think about it, that does fit why we called ourselves the Rats, because we were scrambling a lot of the time. But, in truth, we named ourselves that so that we could remember our ultimate goal of righting whatever damage we've been involved in and going on to stop the storm that threatens all reality.
Yes, it does, doesn't it? But how did you, Cacophony,
So,
do what you did with the chateau?
so I've been able to use a mote of shadow to help purge shadows, or at least help save people or use their power to save other people.
Ooh, I like the way you worded that.
So you are indeed the new priestess of the Queen of Ravens.
I am, yes.
And you hold Umbra de Mortem?
Yes.
That is a powerful artifact. I hope you retain its power.
I intend to, yes.
Quite. And you, Tippy Toe, Ray Esmeralda, of the Yawen clan, decimated by the storm.
Did she know that yet?
Yes.
Yeah.
She saw it in Jagar Hajad's.
Oh, that's right. She knew.
We tried warning your mother. We told your father. He dismissed them as dreams.
What
But
do you mean? When did you make that warning? That's her, not me. Okay. Just to clarify.
Before the storm started.
Before she got sent on her quest.
That's why he sent her,
Yeah.
Mm.
to figure out if he was telling the truth or
Yeah,
not,
probably.
or the dream was.
But they were wise to send you. The Oracle knew that you could make it this far. The Oracle of the Vision is clouded from here, for the prophecy is unclear. What?
Are you saying that you saw all these events up until now and predicted them?
I did not. I like to keep the Oracle close by. It's a little perk of my old pal, Mr. Asmodeus.
I didn't know which way that was going to go.
Yeah, I know.
So, you mentioned just now the prophecy.
Are you familiar with the draconic prophecy of the world known as, by most, as Eberron?
Well, we have heard a statement or two from it. I doubt it's all of it, and we aren't sure of the That's it. We're not sure what some of it stands for, clearly. But we are, at least some of us are all throughout the dang thing, at least what we think. So you've met Anam's daughter, perhaps, is what I've assumed.
Ray Esmeralda.
Correct. But as for the wisdom of translation otherwise, yeah, prophecy is hidden from us.
It is hidden from me in large part as well. And at least the part I understand and believe that pertains to her and the one she carries, that is
Pregnant?
dim.
She's too
Was
young.
not me. Nope.
Anthony.
Actually, she is pregnant.
Just the character actor.
I only allow the brokenness of the fourth wall in the
apologize.
special oracle.
So you mean Sola?
Is that her name?
She hasn't come out since the last time we met Marishka, pretty much.
We learned that she was the Kalashtar, right?
Yes, the day sleeps, does it not?
Depends on your perspective. But
Oh, because the Nightfall concludes.
Do you not have the prophecy memorized? It is the most important guiding principle for you all.
But
We're just a little tired.
in the prophecy, when the day sleeps and Solune's glory is ablaze,
What is Sulune's glory?
the moon.
The moon. He moves a hand, and the storm, for the first time, parts and reveals a view to the astral plane, or the kind of spatial cosmology above the confluence. And you see a moon. You see a moon which is a flame. It's not quite like the sun, where you can't look at it. It looks like a burning sphere in the sky. That is Sulune's glory, and that is its appearance in every material plane at present.
Oh my goodness, we didn't know that.
Mm-mm.
And then the part about surrendering for life. Do you think it's possible that was what you and I and Manny sacrificed? Or maybe that's more yet to come?
I don't know, but I feel much less skilled than I used to be. I recall something about the narrow gate. This can't be the gate that's talking about, right?
Mm.
Oh, in fact it is.
And if we had chosen the other?
It would have led here. The bright temple and the oracle both would lead here. It is narrow because only I can open it.
Mm-hmm.
And you will only have one chance once you go through to complete your task. Do you not know who is the one who surrendered their life for life?
You will discover that which must surrender life.
What did you find in the Feywild?
Me?
After you.
We found some closed-minded people that did not appreciate us saving their lives from the fire giant kind that have been taken over by the Ice Prince.
Yeah. The Pale Prince.
We found Hasheen's parents.
That's true.
What did we find?
We found the daughter of Titania's soul. Or body, I can't remember which it was.
I'm looking up her name. I didn't actually write it down.
You don't have the
I
prophecy
have it.
memorized
Oh,
yet?
yeah.
It's Zabilna.
No, it's
No, daughter is
you found one that had made a pact to keep out Baba Yaga.
Yeah.
That's true, yes.
LaRue,
Laru.
That's true.
the one who surrendered
Her
for
life.
life.
But we brought her back.
Yeah, I noticed that the prophecy doesn't say what to do about the discovery. It just says we did it.
Don't forget to read the plaque.
The plaque that we put 3 rooms over and wrote in, like, Chinese.
When the day sleeps, which she does, she must be awakened at the right time. And Sulune's glory is ablaze, which it
day.
is.
Is the day Sola?
I believe so.
Sola. Day. Sweet.
When the convergence comes, which it has, and the narrow gate opens,
Which is
he pats the ground and all of the runes turn green. And the gyroscopic, massive 2 gyroscopic armatures begin to slowly move.
So
As
they're like passing really close to the top of his
well,
head.
they're not like moving yet, but they're just like slowly beginning to warm up almost, as if it's in a kind of a reboot sequence, so to speak. As the horde sings, well, thanks to this one, that just happened.
The Horde of Shadow.
Yeah. This is
And the daughter of Anam screams. Well, sorry, Rey Esmeralda, that's your part. And when you understand what you have to do, I think you will be screaming.
That's ominous.
insight.
Sure.
I want to insight.
Insight the flaming eyes in his hidden skull.
And his posture. There's a lot of body signals, you know? Like, is he spelling out, you're going to die with his hands, you know?
There's 5 levels to understanding.
Oh, I just looked at Ray's sheet and I was like, wow, I know a lot less than I thought I did about people.
Like, how can you do that swirly thing on the icon? Did you see that?
No,
I did not.
I did see that.
Mm.
Well, I look at it because she's.
I don't know what I did.
You're doing her part, yeah.
15.
He is enjoying his revelatory position to you all, but doesn't seem to be deceitful or taunting or negative in any way.
Although, obviously revealing
Sure.
truth of sadness.
Right.
All right, well, there's one more line, and that's the one I really don't know anything about.
Mm-hmm.
The bond.
Although we met in Aegis one time. You
Ah.
probably met him.
Aegis, yeah.
Yeah.
And what does Aegis do?
Got
Well, I know what the word means, but apparently he just grabs random people, brings them to the celestial places, and then sends them off to do missions for the Draconic prophecies. Apparently, because that's exactly what happened.
He is a defender of the prophecy.
Okay, yeah, there we go.
The bond formed. He looks at Celine. That's your job,
it. Mm.
is it not?
Oh, this is making a little more sense now.
Must provide Aegis protection, completion of the prophecy for the heart of centuries. And he looks again at Rey. What do you think you carry?
Hammer.
Oh, the hopper.
What
Yeah.
is its name?
Ancestor's Fury? What is it?
Note of time and
That is
space.
your hammer.
Mote
But
of
the
time
mote
and
of
space.
time and space is known as the heart of
Centuries.
centuries.
Oh my goodness, what?
Man, I really should have had that moat. Anthony says it.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Oh, that's right. She's got the passion.
You will have to defend and protect her and her, kind of gesturing at,
To the same person.
yes, to complete the prophecy and stop the convergence. What happens from there? I do not know.
I have a
But why?
petition.
Why would we complete that? What is... How do we know where the prophecy came from? And then what... How do we know it's going to end up with something good at the end?
It is the only way to stop the convergence.
How do you know that? Do you have a role in the making of the convergence?
My role was to guide you and to open the narrow gate.
Your role now. but
So that's why you imprisoned half of us in your town and kept some of us here for most of our lives? Oh,
your tone is a little bit...
He,
We had 2 rules for you, and they were the same rule repeated twice.
his head
And
kind
you
of,
failed.
his head kind of drops, and his hand kind of goes up into the smoke, and then drops once more. The clarity of the prophecy did not make itself known until you so unceremoniously unsealed Mukfat's tomb and Hecate's fathom,
I wasn't part of that.
I don't remember why we did that.
and made my
to get home.
control of this place that much more difficult. Your allies, who no doubt think they are listening in with such anticipation, you, Scarlet, I will crush you if you even try.
Would you mind removing their connection to me?
He snaps his fingers
Oh
and it's gone.
yeah!
Ooh!
Woohoo!
Thank you.
But they heard that.
I did not volunteer for that to happen.
Okay. You.
Opposite of what everyone else thinks.
So that is gone. The blessing of the chromatic is gone.
What does that mean, though? Do you not have resistance to something now?
Yeah, I can't use that reaction. But I also am not being spied upon.
He continues.
Nice.
It was through these things that clarity was gained. For a while, we thought Hugo would be part of the bond, but it seems that the fates had another in store.
Do you know where he is now?
He disappeared in the Feywild.
Mm-hmm.
Beyond that, I do not know. Nor have I cared to know once clarity was gained around Enmanuel, the Watcher.
Well, I bet your oracle keeps track of all infernals that are loose cannons, or what is it called?
Infernals?
Individual free
Radicals?
free radicals. Yes, essentially.
Yes, those carcinogens are deadly.
Damn electrons.
You can resist necrotic, but free radicals are another thing entirely. The microplastics in this city are out of control.
The Oracle spies much at the behest of those who guide it. And therefore its abilities are limited, for it is not omniscient or omnipresent or omnipotent, as some of us are.
It's probably a little luckier now.
Is that what you sacrificed? Your
That's
fortune?
part of it. Yep,
Heavy price to pay.
it's no problem. We have to stop this.
You are right. And to that end, I shall assist further, beyond opening this narrow gate. I will give you rest.
Thank
And
Short?
more.
Sorry.
He puts out his hand, and there is a kind of an aura that emits that essentially reinvigorates all of you. You all get a long rest. And not only that, but you also level up. You guys all have taken care of your level ups. I told you that last week, but mechanically speaking, or from a role-playing standpoint, he is the one who is
Giving it.
allowing this. And because he lends you a special and unique power, you actually gained, some of you gained 2 levels to get to level 4. The majority of you at 14, and Antony is at 15. He continues. Where you are going will be, from what I understand and can see, the final destination for some of you. I do not mean to mince words. You will likely die.
We already.
I hope so. And what the heart of centuries can do is still save you. But that will be a decision they must make, as he gestures to Ray. I hope you make a good decision. But to get to the end, I will also give you these. With his other hand, he holds out 3 vials. This is of tremendous value and worth, and I only have these 3. He hands them to Cacophony.
Okay.
You may distribute them how you will. but they are my strength in a bottle. It's essentially a long rest in a bottle.
Oh no.
And you probably. Oh.
It takes an hour to administer, but in that hour you will gain the strength of an entire day's rest.
Thank you.
You are welcome.
Never seen that potion before.
Celine's fighting every urge to begin analyzing the compounds.
What color are
to
they?
recreate
Red?
it.
It is swirling, it looks like swirling fire.
Oh.
But as you inspect, it's unique because the fire itself is kind of invigorated by an internal almost gas.
It's just a spit.
It doesn't really look liquid, actually.
Hmm.
It looks more
Interesting.
gaseous and wind laden than anything,
Wow.
with kind of these sparks of flame that ignite.
Would I
Spirit
again make
potion?
that connection back to the lore we read about the wind dupes?
You would.
Okay. You see something like this. At the bottle.
I'll offer you one.
No, I'm
You
just
can
thinking
have
of
one.
like.
Druggy.
No, not from
So-
that perspective. I'm just like, we've got the Sultan's gas.
Hey, so I mean, thanks for the help. And I presume we'll be heading to our death real soon. So I was just wondering, are you going to be around next time this happens? For the next draconic prophecy that centers upon the end of the world from the mythos and void. 'Cause I'd like to just skip the whole part where we save your city and meet you next time and save the world immediately. Because it was really a lot of wasted time. So I got to know you guys. It was fun. Love you all. Some of you, most of you.
The bond with him is really new.
The concept.
I
of
have
bond.
always been around and intend to remain. This
There.
Everywhere.
effect from the chaos that Thorisdun proliferates.
Oh, what? Can I roll on that?
Sure.
You waited until I took a bite of pizza. Thorisdun?
Thor's doing.
Yeah, I know what that is, but to Celine, that's a better question. I don't have any advantages, I don't think.
I think we have some as a. We have 9 collectively.
I'm not gonna
Oh,
waste
yeah.
it. We're about to go into the last stretch.
Yeah.
But for my curiosity, crit.
Ooh.
Is that your second?
Second,
got it.
Thorisdun is
second roll
a
of the night. Second.
you
crit.
know as a primordial being of immense power on level with a deity that is essentially said to have been locked away or kept on the outskirts of reality, of space and time. And he, in the same breath as you're kind of taking this all in, he says, the old mythos, the being of Cthulhu, as he refers to himself at times.
Your old compatriot, yes?
No,
Oh.
my old enemy.
That makes sense.
I am not a lunatic. I am not insane. I am shrewd and some might say use evil means. But I am one ultimately who wins. And allying with that creature, referring both to Thorisdun and Cthulhu kind of in the singular.
Mhm.
So, okay, so the same.
One. Yeah. One. of the
Thanks.
same.
That creature only ends in loss.
I like this guy.
I knew you would.
Whatever he is.
Lawful evil,
Speaking-
it's up your alley.
Speak.
Put my hand up for a fist bump, and nothing.
Speaking of those who believe that you use evil means,
I
the
have.
Lord of Fire must also realize that the one in the cold draws himself closer to the campfire and devotes himself by staying near it. There are other means besides burning and cruelty to win the favor of your people. If we succeed and provide Aegis for the Heart of Centuries, could you find it in your heart to be a benevolent leader to those of your city?
He leans in. You suggest I am not benevolent already?
I suggest that your people do not see you that way. They have lost that memory by being burned one too many times. And maybe it is only that petty. But you need to remind them with love and kindness, not cruelty.
Roll persuasion.
Yes! That was awesome!
Kill likes his roll.
No, I don't.
No!
See it.
13.
Oh. The head kind of shakes a little bit. Your words are wise, but they are also naive to the ways of the Efreet. They are not beings of love. They are beings of passion, which may include love, or anger, or shame, or loneliness, or fear, or joy.
But one who has been the enemy of Cthulhu knows that control over passion is important.
Indeed. I am, by my own estimation, supremely controlled.
Fair enough.
You speak of naivety. I understand why, especially from a perspective as yours. And as difficult as it is for us to fathom the years that you have lived, if I might suggest, it might be equally difficult in the opposite direction. I spent my time in your city tending to the wounded and the sick, those forced to fight for the amusement of others and suffer great ills and death and peril. You have been, if I understand you correctly, and the point that Manny is making, a watcher of your own and a vanguard against this seeking chaos. You mentioned that the Efreet, and I have seen them very much so, being beings of passion and fire. All I ask is that you would consider, if we go to this part of fate, that you would shepherd that city in the direction of burning those flames to better use to stand against the darkness that encroaches, and not to burn and trample those underneath it much weaker and who pose less threat.
You disagree with the use of slaves, I take it. Is this what this is about?
Whatever gets your job done, really. You keep protecting everything. It's okay if a few go down. No problem. I'm fine with it. Had it done the same thing before. That's good.
Yes, you understand the extremity of measures that must be taken. Do you not, Lightbearer?
Lightbearer. I am the illuminated one. I don't know where you heard that name. However, yes. As you probably watched us do in the Feywild, I had to sacrifice a few individuals for the greater
good.
progress of, well, essentially fulfilling the prophecy.
So
I
happy you
understand.
just
Now,
undid
that
everything.
said, I am grateful,
Thanks for that.
High Priestess, of your decision.
You're welcome.
Thank you for saving them all, and not damning them to limbo, where all souls are presently festering. and some being used as fuel for the fires of Cthulhu. Bet
I've
you
been
didn't
there.
know that yet,
We
not
did
fun.
did you?
Mm-mm.
That would make sense with her healing and
Mhm.
regenerating, though.
Makes sense.
Mariska referring to.
Very sad madness. What did you call me again?
Light bearer.
Light bearer.
You bear the ancient magics, the deep magics of illumination.
Mm-hmm. It's a secret. I don't know where it came from.
I do. But you bear it, and that is good, for you will need it. How familiar are you with the Netheril?
Mm.
We
They
know
used to
of
be
their
pretty
empire.
powerful.
Yes. Well, where I will send you is one of their ancient cities.
Sorry. Chat.
The Netheril once controlled the material plane known as Faerun, from whence most of you have come. They had magics of great power, such that even Maestra herself sought to mitigate the power once it ran amok. Karsus. What a foolish, foolish mage. But Maestra herself saved one of the cities, known as Anaria. Anaria she allowed to fall to the ground slowly during Karsus's folly at the destruction of the Netheril Empire. And it remained for hundreds of years on the ground until the Anarok Desert itself swallowed it up. It has been raised once more
Ooh.
by the giants of the clouds.
They can't do anything good, I thought.
Ray's got a response to that, right?
She
The
spits on the
clouds.
ground.
Oh, those cloud giants! I knew it! I mean, I knew already that they sucked, but now I really, really know it. And it's not just me having to say that they're awful terrible.
Didn't we see them?
Yeah, they were following us around in a stupid castle!
The so-called Nimbus Collective, or Nimbus Hegemony,
And they've got a dumb name!
it is rather pedantic. However, those pedantic giants have secured the item of their eyes, known as Koza's ire, a moat not unlike the several you possess,
Yeah.
which has allowed them to both raise the city and ignite the arcane storm which now ravages Faerun. Millions have already died. Billions across the plains. Hundreds of millions here, in my very city. That is the effect of the convergence. And that is why it must stop. Those
in.
cloud giants are deceived and deranged at the touch of Thorazdoon. No doubt bearing one of the dark books.
That's where we gotta go then.
I can
it's
send
going.
you to the base of Anaria.
This might be the one I want to read instead of destroy. It's been my plan the whole time.
Kind of out of character, though, don't you think?
You don't know me.
I know that because I was trying to find your alignment on your character sheet. Just says Steve. I don't know what that means.
Do you have any questions before you go?
Do you have any idea what we could expect when we get there?
You will face creatures of shadow and the legions of the clouds. What that is, I do not know.
You,
Yeah.
you mentioned that Laru is part of the prophecy. What part does Baba Yaga play?
Good question.
Baba Yaga is a wild card.
Plays all the cards.
She herself is a patron of prophecy and is not too keen on the prophecy of dragons.
It's like rival
Therefore,
prophets.
She would like to think of herself as what some call a shaper of prophecy.
Meaning she meddles?
Yes, that's what the preservers would say
Mm-hmm.
The preservers?
of the prophecy.
What
Okay.
you meant of her?
So yes, Luru sought to preserve and to keep the shaping of the Yaga at bay. That pact has been broken.
Unfortunately, sorry about that.
And so what the Yaga does now is part of what clouds the next act.
Huh.
I don't think she will be so bold as to face you.
Boldest? Well, we don't seem like much.
Well, that would be a direct interference, which shapers typically seek to treat more delicately for the sake of full reprisal. But some of the cloud giants may find themselves with new knowledge to apply against you because of her.
So, the last time I was in the Faerun area, not Faerun, the Sword Coast, Toril, I think the old hags, some relation to the Yaga.
I don't know if we remember this though.
I do. No, I was here with JP.
This is
There
past
was
tense.
Past life.
I thought
there
you meant
was
the
a
one we-
lot of talk and action pertaining to the pain cursed, and the problem was that we couldn't kill them without one. Do you have a tool that might assist us? Because I guarantee that the storm has quite a few available to them, holding laser swords and whatnot. And obviously, I don't fear this situation because I'll just run and start again sometime. But if we are to really fulfill this prophecy, those people stand in our way. I think. You know what I'm talking about?
I do. And I do not have the instrument you seek. That
There is an instrument.
it was the instrument Hugo sought.
Ah,
That's right.
And should he have remained, that would have been part of this act. But the fates
But he became a general manager in the Feywild. General manager of chaos.
also,
Different Feywilds.
also called the Height.
That does actually sound like a medieval village name.
That instrument is beyond my reach. And is apparently another's story. But should you face such a cursed pain, you may kill them. If you are in that tower, that city, for more than 3 days, you have already failed.
Oh, jeez.
We are coming to the end, aren't we? Wow. 3 days. So then we'll off them and they'll just come back after we've solved the problem.
Or not.
Correct.
Okay, that's fine. Somebody else will deal with them.
Alright.
Maybe.
If you
you
succeed,
go.
someone else will deal with them.
Maybe he's on the track right now.
Yeah.
I have another question, if I may. You called Anthony the light bearer.
Yes, I did.
He has been a central part of not only our quest, but all the quests that have led to this moment. Every sacrifice, every judgment call, every beaten back down and clawing back up again. He has been fighting that for millennia. Is it at all possible that, similar to how you have given us a measure of strength here with these potions, which I would love the recipe of, if you might be able to mitigate that which he sacrificed in any small part?
Like restore back his heart.
The fact that he gave up his own luck
Just
distresses me greatly.
Just decent.
And I don't know if there's any aspect of a being like yours that you might contribute to cover that gap.
I respect your nature of bargaining. Fortunately, that bargain is
I have a
not
coupon.
one that was made with myself,
Hmm.
and therefore I cannot grant reprieve therefrom. I have given you what I can give. By now, the gyroscopes are starting to move a little bit faster.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
It is nearly time for you to transgress the gate. I can give you more information should you require it. That is all I am permitted to do.
We require quite a bit of information, but we don't have the right questions at the moment, I don't think.
I will tell you that it will be necessary for you to have a plan of escape. Once Koza's ire is dealt with, the city, Anarim, will plunge the way it always fated
Dang.
to the death of everyone therein, unless you have a means of escape.
Featherfall?
That
Thank you.
would probably work.
For a long time until you ended up in the center of Toriel,
Yeah.
burning in a ball of molten lava.
You would be in the center of essentially a massive asteroid crash.
We'd be spending like 2 hours watching the spire that's going to impale us approach,
Right.
having heart-to-hearts right before it. Here's a question. The celestial Azazel, one of the anchors that bound him, was implied to be within your realm. But my knowledge that I have gained on the identity and meaning of the name that he bears has been amassed from different sources. I would prefer to gain whatever clarity I could before we headed up.
Roll persuasion.
Whatever I can
Ooh,
think of.
okay. Can I use an advantage on this one? Are we
Which
gonna
means
be
we don't
Yes.
need this.
okay?
yet.
First one, come on, baby. Crit. I'm not kidding.
You rolled 3 tonight.
So you didn't even need the advantage?
No, I didn't even use it. I mean, I will, because I said I used it, so. Oh, I thought that was another crit for a second. That was a 10, so. So with persuasion for me, that's like a 29. Oh, no, 30. Wait, 31. Oh, yeah, I got a 22 charisma now.
Same
Nice.
plane.
Oh, okay.
The eyes kind of
Still
grow
working
narrow
for
for a moment, and he again kind of leans in. I do have possession of an anchor. I hold it for my friend Asmodeus.
Great.
And yeah.
You do not know
Bless you.
of the duality, do you?
I have heard contradictory things about him. That he is a scapegoat. That he is a traitor.
Azazel, yes. Azael, no. It's funny when devil and angel meld, isn't it?
What?
So
What? What?
is he a being like
Is that possible?
Zariel?
Oh, that's an angel.
Azael
Only?
fought alongside Zariel.
Mm-hmm.
Azazel overcame the nature of Azael and convinced Zariel to rebel.
So the traitor
Is your
took
boss.
control of the scapegoat.
Azazel was a betrayer to the celestial. Azael was a betrayer to the devil. Hence each hate the other.
Are
The
they
anchor.
joined or
The anchors keep Azael bound.
That's who you saw in your vision.
yeah?
Bound.
Yes.
Azazel,
The one who's been answering you
I've always known the name Azazel.
Azazel
is that one.
would love to be released.
So they are both bound in some way.
Azael allowed himself to be bound to keep Azazel contained
Aha.
as well.
We should not release him.
One
then.
being.
But then,
Y-
can I?
The only way to
Maybe you.
truly succeed is to enter within the beast itself and slay the one and save the other.
Oh, we've done that
Side quest, everyone.
In
do
Hugo.
one.
That
In Hugo.
seems to be a story for another time.
Oh no!
before. We can just hope you die, and then we don't have to worry about it.
No! That's what I do in the game. All right. Well,
Does
was-
that provide the clarity you desire?
It does, but now I'm kind of wondering what my mother saw in him. Like, how that happened.
Azael had been in control for millennia. The influence of the infernal gave Azazel the edge he needed. He bided his time and struck.
And then Azael allowed himself to be bound.
Yes.
This is. Is-
Sacrifice even unto bondage. Is that not what Ilmater would do?
Are you sure these are two separate beings, or it's one person having a little bit of trouble within himself?
Some might
Or a lot of
call
it.
it schizophrenia. Some might call it multiple personality. Some might call it a unique bond of two entities.
Oh.
Who is to say?
Okay.
Suffice to know that it is the reality of that physical being.
And does the
Well, that's good to know.
archdevil Bell have any involvement in that predicament? Or its continuation?
Good
Oh,
question.
now you get down to your ailment, do you not? Bell hates Zariel.
Huh.
For Zariel took the position of Bell.
Huh.
And Bell knows Zariel was afflicted, affected, influenced by Azazel, who he also now hates. And the one who binds Azazel is Azael, who he also now hates, and will effect whatever vengeance he can, including upon
A follower.
a daughter.
I mean, I'm pretty sure he hates everybody, so it doesn't matter who you're talking about. He just hates everybody.
It makes sense though, because if I die, and that's pain he's inflicted to Azael, if I succeed in, let's just hypothetical here, redeeming or overpowering, assisting in overpowering the Azazel nature, then he has now released somebody who would seek to do the same for Zariel, which would remove her from position in the Hells. And open that for him. It's a win-win scenario for him, no matter what. All the pain and the suffering that I've endured has been a win-win situation from him, from the beginning.
That's life. You okay?
Bell is crafty, which is why he would not dare confront Zariel in one-on-one battle, for he would lose.
Sorry we can't solve this for you.
Oh, no.
Now that we're finally bonded.
I'm bringing monster energies to our last session. I'm breaking the lock of the door up there, and I'm holding you all hostage for a 14-hour session until we defeat it in a one-shot.
14 hours? That's about a dungeon for Matt, right?
You know, for us, that's about one room cleared for us.
Hey,
Not including planning time.
hey,
Well, thank you for that clarity.
Sultan. Although it wasn't that easy doing this, getting here roundabout way, many different routes. Thanks for sticking with the prophecy. If it really does turn out to be the catalyst for good. Thank you. I know you don't have to. Obviously, you could have been a part of the confluence. Convergence.
I would not, in my sane mind, ever do that. I have no idea what Shar is doing. She used to be so hot.
Yeah, I thought so too.
Did you say
I mean, I thought she still
haughty?
did.
Haughty, yes, haughty.
H-O-T-T.
I gave him an out.
Okay.
He used to write Mr. Shar in his diary.
Cacophony.
Yes.
You must live.
Thank you. I'm gonna try.
Your death would not be fortuitous.
Hmm.
For you alone control the moat.
Understood.
Therefore, you must all protect her as well. At least until the end. When all bets will be off.
You know, that's a really good point. Because we've Royal, have revived her a few times. And all I've got left for this next stretch, and I hold up the one diamond I have that's normal, and the blood one.
No, you don't have that.
Oh, I don't have that one. Undo all of that.
She does it.
I don't even know if I know I have it.
Wow.
I haven't taken inventory in a long time.
She pulled it out
Yeah,
recently.
I think you know that
Yeah.
she has the blood diamond.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
fair.
We
I
had a
have this.
conversation about it.
I have this normal one, and we have a really creepy one with blood in it that I've avoided using at all cost. Do you know what happened if I use that as a component? By any chance?
Where did you obtain it?
We fought a lot of spiders in that cave.
Lolth has some sway in this situation.
I would not deign to intermingle with the insanity of Lolth.
Okay, great.
Good call.
I wish I could just kind of chuck
Here,
it.
I'll take it.
Yeah,
She
for the
is of the
clarification.
ilk of Cthulhu.
that makes sense.
Mm.
Is all of the abyss with Cthulhu?
He would say so. The abyss is chaos incarnate, of which Thorasdun gleefully proliferates. So yes. And no. For who controls chaos? All you may do is create and foster it.
I'm a wave rider, all right? I don't control it, I just ride it.
Well, thank you for the information. This was a lot. It was very helpful.
Yes. Give your queen my regards.
I will.
Is she also hot?
I've never seen beyond that porcelain face.
In a strange,
Nice.
dummy mommy kind of way.
What does that mean?
Oh boy.
Don't Google it. All right. Maddie's too innocent for that.
Any other questions before I send you along?
I want to ask him about
Oh.
his daughter, but we don't know any of that in this campaign.
Thanks for the, she might.
No, she
No,
doesn't know.
she doesn't. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
she was
Uh,
gone before that.
Thanks for letting me use your forge back there. I do have one more thing I want to make if you've got any ingredients that we could snag before we go.
What's that?
I need some pretty nice rubies ground up.
His whole armor is
Do you have the
encrusted with
rubies?
them.
I have no rubies. I need the rubies and the grinding of the rubies.
Do you need them now?
Be nice.
Well, in between now and the next time I see you, we could either die or save the world.
I don't know if Amazon Prime's going to cut it.
I know that where you are going is a mountain that has been turned into a floating city. And in that mountain are many gemstones.
Hey, thanks. I know we mortals ask for things a lot, so sorry I asked.
Roll persuasion with disadvantage.
I always have this.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm gonna take that. That's all right.
I would have guided you if you backed us up on the sleigh.
Persuasion. 10.
10. So perhaps you'll get lucky.
I also doubt that, but that's okay.
Whatever spell you just took, Anthony, don't take it.
It's all right.
For that.
I'll use the extent of this book I have here. Also, I was just remembering a spell that I used to have that I think might be able to get us out off of the island
Oh, good.
while it's plummeting
We
to the
need
center.
that.
The final yip
Tele-
yip.
Those-
Teleport
those who
could
live.
take 8 of us. I don't know who else is going to be around, but we'll see. Yeah, thanks. Let's do this. Are you coming?
Before we
Are you
go-
coming with us, right?
I must maintain order in love. Here.
We might have made it worse. No one has any 30-minute lunch break anymore.
Right. Now down
I've
to 5.
taken all privileges away.
All time
You
must
must
be
make
productive
bricks
time.
without hay.
Your free meal voucher is only good for $5.99 now.
All the meals
Perhaps
are
I'll
$10
go and stamp out those pesky dragons.
What about the one in your cages, who didn't seem to like that I had Scarlet's and Thay's marks on my back?
Oh, you saw her.
Oh, we saw everyone down there.
Oh, the planet doll down there in the cage, too. Who the heck is that?
You don't need to concern yourself with the lessers.
I think we've asked too many questions.
Yeah, he's
I
done
think
with
it's
us.
time to go. Before we go, here's a gift. It's not much, but it represents our respect for you. Thank you. And I'll give him the urn.
We held it to the very end until we were sure that you will touch.
I didn't know if I needed it.
No,
Now what can we
alright.
get? Now what can we get?
I appreciate that greatly.
You're welcome.
Where
Yeah,
did-
it's not often you get a gift from people who are about to die to save everything, right? That's
Well,
a novelty.
There is a saying: "We are about to die. Salute you." This is our salute.
Yes, there we go. That makes sense.
Thank you for this wonderful item. I shall remember it always. And he, on his shoulder, he kind of takes it and places it, and then there's like a flash of light, and it gets melded into his armor.
Ah, cool.
Very cool.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I have a memento of those who rage against the storm. I do hope that your rage, he looks directly at Ray, endures to the end and succeeds
4 times a day.
with love.
It's tough
I
for
think
her.
we got through to him, Manny.
It's gonna be
think
tough
we
for her since we're going against cloud giants at some point here. I'm sure.
Yeah.
She hates them.
Don't worry, I'll succeed. It's kind of a given. Anam is on my side, so
So he is. Fortunately for you.
You sure? I mean, I'm pretty sure. Never mind.
Ray stands over you all 10 feet and says, "What makes you not sure?"
We'll talk later.
All right, well, if you are ready, please gather in the center. Hashin, your slumber's over. Come.
Is he here yet?
Has it been 4 hours?
Guys, did the Sultan arrive yet? I was thinking of a really nice speech.
Nice.
He
That's it. That's
he just
mine.
says, now, a friend of Mengobar is a friend of mine.
Oh shit, he's here. You guys didn't wake me up.
As he steps back and just previously he had stepped over the armatures and the kind of the gyroscopic arms. This time he just like just shifts and is on the outside,
Cool.
and he just kind of spreads his hands out to you as if waiting. You all kind of gather to the center, and he just bows his heads to you all and says, "Thank you." And he claps his hands together, and with that there is a massive surge of power that begins kind of right at the center where you are, and the gyroscopes begin spinning and spinning, the runes alight, and there's this kind of blur of green runes which begin to circulate all around you. The surge of energy kind of grows, and you feel it almost welling up inside of you as if you are all going to just expand outwards and pop. And in an instant, there is a flash of bright green light, and you just feel yourselves almost dematerialize or disapparate, and you feel nothing. All of your kind of sensations of all of your senses are gone, other than you just are all conscious. And then in a moment, you feel your senses return. And the first thing that strikes you is the feeling of ground beneath your feet. And then after that, you immediately feel the dampness and moisture and cold of a space. And then you hear winds kind of whipping through what sounds like hallways or through kind of exposed doors or windows, like kind of almost a rattling of wind. You smell a very dank and musty, almost irony and sooty type of smell. And you similarly kind of taste that iron on the air as you breathe it in. The last of your senses that comes to is your vision. And as you look around, you take in the space in which you now see yourself standing. You look down at your feet, and the runes have the trailing visages of the green glow, which quickly kind of fades, and you are standing on this rock, almost like a red stone rock with a runic circle carved in it. And there are pillars around it that have all been broken off and have collapsed over time. The entire space has kind of a red, irony hue with several stalagmites and stalactites around the corners of the room. There are several passageways which extend off into the distance from the circle in which you stand. And there is kind of this eerie, reddish, purplish glow which is just kind of being cast from those halls. You imagine, especially as you listen, that they are extending out to the vast storm beyond. And you would need to obviously explore and understand what is there. But in this cavernous space, several hundred feet wide and long, you know intrinsically you are no longer in the confluence of elemental planes. You have returned to the Anarok.
Wow.
And in that
So
sense,
It's been so long.
you have
years.
completed that quest of return.
Yes.
And one final act remains, which is to stop the storm.
That little detail.
Yeah.
We need PTO.
We've only failed a couple times previously, so the odds are for us.
Have we ever gotten to this point though? And by we, I mean all you, because I wasn't a part of the other failings.
No, we
No.
were all trying to get rid of pieces and parts of the convergence, but
Not the full thing.
we never got to the actual connection of all of them, and we failed every time. So
You may all roll perception.
I'll perceive.
I'll
Ooh,
perceive.
that was a good roll.
It's a good one too.
14.
22.
16.
20.
Okay. The 22
Good job.
succeeds in recognizing that there is a pall to this place, a sense of death,
Hmm.
a sense of
That would make sense that
darkness.
you would.
And this is what Cacophony can sense because of your unique connection to the shadow.
Yep.
And there are no lights in this place but for the arcane storm which rages outside that kind of casts the light within. And there is a discomfort. You don't feel that you're alone, though you can't see any enemies directly. There is nothing around you invisible that you see. Though you swear that some of the very stones themselves are watching you. You do also spot, whether it's the light of the storm, you can't tell, several gemstones embedded in the walls around.
Are they red?
They reflect the colors of the storm, which are reds and purples and blues. It varies. But in the soil here, there is certainly a overall reddish, ruddy kind of hue. So, conversation can be had, progress can be made. What do you do?
It's been so long since I've been back here.
Yeah.
We don't see out of the passageways, do we?
It's almost like hallways. You can hear the storm swirling, but nothing is a direct
Alright.
viewpoint to the outside.
Okay.
There are several. I have the camera zoomed in, but there's basically several exit points out of this space.
Always.
The rock is not. It's all very kind of it's very cave-like. It's not like it's chiseled through. It's very much a cave-like construction. Yeah.
And I would think that if those who set up the storm knew this existed, I mean, I'm just conjecturing here, they would have already destroyed this spot. I
Maybe.
think.
Well, it's only
Unless they
really-
planned on also storming other planes through this portal. I don't know.
Unless they set an ambush outside this point to interrogate and capture those who come through it.
I don't think that's the way it is, because when we were on the other side, I got the sense that it was a one-way portal and this would not go back there.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
But like I
Guys,
said,
I don't think we're alone here. Just so you know.
What?
Like,
Who's with us?
I don't know. I just get the feeling we're being watched.
Okay, Luke.
It is about at that time when
Yep,
she says
there she
that
goes.
that
Thanks for
Sorry,
cueing the
guys.
combat. Jeez.
Roll initiative.
hold on 1 2 3 4 5 6
I don't like that.
3.
Ray
Oh boy.
fitting.
Yeah, that
Uh,
fits.
She dies as soon as we get over
She
here.
can't be surprised though.
Oh, that's
She
true.
cannot, but that is a 19 plus enough.
That hits.
A massive tendril reaches out from
Dang.
one of the stalagmites nearby.
Ew.
Yucky.
Oh, gross.
It's
Look at the
Slimer,
thing.
only gray.
Ooh.
And
It needs
she
dentures.
gets yanked
Oh, that's right.
25 feet and she is grappled.
Grappled?
She is grappled, auto grappled.
on a hit. Dang.
I thought we were done fighting.
She takes no damage from the grapple.
Okay.
Secondly,
Oh boy.
Oh, good. The two most important.
Yeah.
You did that on
We shouldn't sit next
purpose.
to each other.
ooh, also a hit as Cacophony gets grappled and pulled closer.
I don't get to finish my sentence. I'm just yanked away.
We're not alone. Yeah. That's perfect that you rolled exactly those two. Great job.
Yeah.
And combat is initiated.
Those dice are paid actors.
Please go ahead and roll.
That's really funny.
I am going to roll online for
That was a
Ray.
good fail for my initiative. So
she
there's
has
A
a
crit fail, that makes
advantage,
sense. Don't you
that's
have the
good.
giving yourself advantage
Wouldn't
thing
she?
Dang.
I do, or I can give it
Oh.
to somebody else.
now? Do it on you.
Ray gets a 20.
Good.
I have a 20.
Wow.
14.
Cacophony, we're gonna make you go before Ray just for funsies.
Okay.
27. With disadvantage.
27 for Anthony.
Dang, dude. How did I take the alert feat and I'm still almost always at the bottom?
Mm.
That's interesting. Oh, wait. Do we get the plus from Manny to initiative?
Yes, +4.
Oh, so then
Plus
I'm a
5?
19.
Okay.
Sorry.
32.
Celine is ahead of Hasheen. What
You're
was
ridiculous.
okay?
I like it.
I'm 7, so probably the end.
Manny at the back. Let's see what they roll.
And so you can't add your bonus to yourself,
I
too,
do.
right? Oh, you do?
Every time.
Are you serious?
Okay, Anthony, you are first to act as Ray and Cacophony are grappled by what you know to be ropers. They are monsters that are living stone. And they often lay in wait as they emulate stalagmites or stalactites, and they wait for unsuspecting passersby, and then they lash out, and their grip is very strong, though does not do any damage until you get pulled in to their bite. And once you meet their teeth, it is often a swift end for those who fall victim.
Mm-hmm.
Meaning there's other effects that happen with the bite?
Meaning they have a very strong bite.
Okay.
I mean, compared to most people, like Non-adventurers are instantly killed.
Right.
Adventurers, depending on your strength and level, you can survive some chomping, but it's a, it's
All
a
right.
battle.
I'm going to. I'm gonna.
Got both Ray and Cacophony. That's crazy.
All right. I'm gonna cast the Ye Old Shadow Blade.
Okay.
As the blade forms in my hand, I will immediately throw it at the one that has grabbed Ray.
Okay. So you aim for. I'm gonna go with this one. You aim for Ray, the roper carrying Ray. What's the range you can get?
It's 2060.
Okay, so you get within 20 feet.
Yeah, I
Okay.
have to because I have disadvantage already. So
So
Yeah,
right,
seriously.
you get to about there, and as your shadow blade apparates, you take your aim and let it loose. I'm gonna switch over to
I don't think you have to.
Battle
the
music.
battle music.
14.
14 does not hit. Well, it does, but it does not pierce through the jagged exterior, stone-like in appearance of the roper. All right.
Sorry, Ray.
Care
I
to
tried.
take any other movement?
I will. Yes, back to the middle.
Back to the middle.
10 feet or something.
Very good. You are back to the middle as the shadow blade reapparates in your hand, and you are ready to go with the next strike. Cacophony, you are grappled. You may attempt to break the grapple with either a successful acrobatics or athletics check. It would be your choice. Or you can seek to attack the creature. Grappling does not affect your ability to attack,
Yeah.
but your movement speed is currently 0 unless you break the grapple.
Which takes an action.
I'm going to try to break the grapple
Okay.
with acrobatics.
All right, go ahead and roll your acrobatics.
It's 20.
That is successful.
Nice.
You are able to, as it wraps around your right arm,
Bone.
the bone arm, yep, you are able to kind of almost dislocate your arm in a way that allows you to kind of scoot through, and then you kind of reposition it back in, and you are free. So that was your action. You may now use any bonus action or movement that you care to.
I'm going to move like 15 feet just in another direction. Doesn't really matter, I guess, left or right of my
Okay, there's
character, but
15
yeah.
feet back towards the center. Very good. Ray will similarly seek to break out. I will roll. Let's see.
2 weeks in a row.
Her athletics most likely is plus 16. 29. She succeeds, and she, however, doesn't run away. She runs next to it. She does not rage, knowing that
This is the
she
end.
needs to save her resources. And so she takes her 2 swing. No, that was her action. So she takes kind of a defensive stance and prepares to attack the creature. It is now Celine's turn.
Oh, I'm glad they got free, because otherwise I would have had to do something different.
I have to get 3.
Don't worry,
Everything I
there's
have is range.
Rapidly plan a different course of action from what I spent my turn planning for. I am going to... Can I insight, or I don't know what this would be, perceive, whatever.
I'll proceed.
You describe them as stony-looking creatures, so we would make the assumption that they have a lot of natural defense.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so then what's important is that we get some bonuses to hit these things. So I'm going to cast Bless,
Great.
and I'm going to do that at the... Oh, another quick clarification. Are they shadowy eyes possessed?
They are not.
Cool. Yay, finally!
They're
They're
natural
just willfully
disasters.
stupidly evil. Got
Yeah.
it. Alright, so I'm gonna do bless at the first level then.
Okay. Which 3 individuals are you blessing?
Anthony. Ray.
You were first.
That's amazing.
Think of people who don't have slashing.
Does Hasheen have slashing?
No piercing.
He is piercing.
And cacophony has force.
I think force would be really good here.
Yep.
I'm gonna go with cacophony.
Sorry if I'm metaing.
No, that's okay. I was trying to think through who would like need to hit advantages, but that's a really good point. And I asked about the armor and type, so I think it makes sense.
Yep, you're good.
So that is my turn,
And that was bless, right?
and bonus.
You are
oh,
concentrating now on
I
that.
am, and I, as Selena's casting this spell, you've all seen her do the radiant transformation before, and it looks very much like that this time, but if you were looking at her, you would see an expression of surprise across her face as though she did not mean to call that forth, but the wings still spring forward, and you hear a faint echo of Chozakel's voice on the wind, even though you can't make out what it would say. So I will have those wings manifested,
Okay.
and I'm gonna fly up
Okay.
30 feet, I think.
So she casts as now a bonus action, which is no longer limited to 1 time per day, but is an unlimited resource that she has
Isn't that
because of
fancy?
Chozakel.
Sweet.
Nice.
And was that all my movement to go vertical? Because I
Yep.
don't look very tall.
Yeah,
Is that
I
just
mean,
for purposes?
yeah,
of...
I can.
Okay.
I could use the tall one, but then
I'll
you're,
fall off
you're
and
kind
die.
of like
It's fine.
it's
Yeah.
yeah. It screws up the.
Little
Makes
the
me look
camera.
cooler though.
Fine, I'll
No,
make you look
okay,
cooler
it's fine. It's
and
fine.
put you out of focus for the screen.
That's huge.
I can finally see my mini, everyone, in real life.
But it's blurry.
That's actually really cool looking. You don't have to put it on the tall one. I know it'll fall
It's
over.
there now.
Okay, cool.
Too
You
late.
have
I was pity saying that, but I
you
wanted
have
to.
the large pillar beneath you.
That's what she said. All right, I'm good. It's my turn.
All right.
Oh, and I will take off half a sorcery point for the settle thing.
Very good. The roper looks to this one. Looks to same numbers. 5. That's Anthony. And there's an attack made.
Miss.
That is a hit.
Aw.
Dum, 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 dum. Actually, I have terrible strength, don't I?
Do you care to mitigate anything with the hit?
No, I'll allow it.
Okay, you
Oh,
are
wow.
then pulled 15 feet, and you are grappled. Okay,
You can misty step, right? You can
there
misty
is
step.
a... Now that they have their
Probably could've
full
shielded too, but-
opportunity, there is a second attack from this one against Cacophony once more.
Right.
That is a 24 to hit,
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
so you are still
Indeed.
grappled.
Alright.
No, she's grappled again.
Yeah. Come on.
Okay, so both
Not
of you are now
still.
grappled. However,
Oh.
because it moved, Anthony, it cannot move you.
Okay.
So you are grappled.
Yeah, I'm protecting him.
This one now seeks to grapple Hasheen.
My goodness.
That is a 13. That's a miss.
Nice.
And therefore it then tries to take a bite of Ray because she is
Close.
close enough.
Oh, no.
And so it turns its massive jaws opening and seeking to just kind of lash out and sink themselves into her flesh. And that is a 17 plus stuff, which beats her AC.
Did you roll with disadvantage against her cloak thing?
Good question.
She hasn't hit it yet.
Oh, that's true. I don't really know how that
Oh
works.
no, but
so-
that's she doesn't have to. It's
Cloak isn't.
you're right.
I am rated.
Which is
so-
15, which means it misses.
Good
Nice.
call.
So it does not get the bite off,
Oh,
and
yeah,
it only has
displacer.
What are you guys gonna do when I don't play
it only has
buffing
one
and debuffing
bite
character next year?
action per
Turn you into one.
round.
Maybe.
Darn.
It's very
And
possible, actually.
God, can you imagine if he does that to me?
It won't be him. It'll be us.
You also hear a screech come echoing down one
Oh
of the
no,
hallways.
there's a bird. It's gonna be up high and get you.
Thanks for speaking that. If he didn't have that as an idea, I'm
And
sure he'll just make that up.
Come rushing in, you see what looks to be a bird-like creature
I hate you.
with a large beak, but there are no wings.
He's the
There
one.
are no wings. It kind of almost
Oh.
shuffles or scampers across the floor. Its eyes are clouded over as if it has just filled with cataracts.
Is it a hook horror?
It is in fact a hook horror.
Cool.
Its
Oh, I hate
arms,
these things.
its arms are not hands or claws. They end in these massive, terrifying hooks, which are covered in. You can only imagine are the detritus and guts from previous creatures that it has slain, as it comes rushing in, using its full movement and action to dash, but getting into the fray there. It does have blind sight and is able to see all of you through its blind sight. All right. It is now Hashin's turn. Who would you like him to
Habibi.
take aim?
Shoot at Habibi?
No, like try to free Habibi.
No,
I'm not
Habibi's
caught.
Habibi is freed,
fine.
but Cacophony
I
and
am his
Anthony.
Habibi. What are you talking about?
Hashin turns. He
Is
goes,
there any more in there?
Sadiq, I will assist you.
I'm just, like,
As
using that
he
one stuff.
Takes his 2 attacks against the roper, holding
Sorry.
both Anthony and Cacophony.
Never had those.
I don't
No, neither.
know all the craziness he has on his damage. But that's first one's a 27 to hit. The second one is a 20 to hit, which meets. So the 20 meets.
Okay.
I'm just gonna roll this one first. 10 damage
Yeah, I think so.
plus
Large.
17 damage, which is halved down to 8. So that is 18 total.
All right.
He does not get. Well, he's gonna stay still. He's not gonna move. So he gave himself
Advantage.
Look at you,
advantage.
Jake.
How
many times can he do that favored foe thing?
which I'm not going to use it at all in this battle.
Cool beans.
I'm going to save it for the
Makes
the
sense.
one I think he can add every attack though. So
That's what I was curious
so
about.
he's at 18. I'll add a D4. That's 3 more damage. So that's 21. Plus I'll give him sneak attack, which is now 3d6 because he stood still. That was 11, 12. So that's 35 points of damage. There's probably other stuff that he could do, but he's not here. So he doesn't get to do it. All right. So that one takes the 2 arrows, exploding into the rock face of this stalagmite creature, and large chunks of it are kind of blown away by the force of the impact. It does not like that, of course, as it just looks to bury you in and chomp upon the first of you to arrive. It
Which
is
one was that?
that was this one here.
Okay.
Okay, the easternmost roper. All right, it is now Manuel's turn.
I'm gonna focus fire on the same one.
'Kay.
And get within 15 feet of him.
So you
Or,
move
Sorry, 10 feet.
within 10 feet of the creature.
Yeah.
Okay, you are within 10 feet of the creature.
And I'll make 3 attacks.
Okay, make your 3 attacks.
Crit.
Hey!
That is good.
Good job,
Are you
Danny.
pouring any
No.
smites
no
into
idea.
this?
No.
I remember that in the cave. the stone
The
cave.
next one is a 17.
17 does not hit.
Okay. Third one, that'll hit. That's going to be above 20.
That hits.
Well done, well done, well done.
And oh wait, sorry. The other one that hit was a D4.
Make sure you double your damage on the first attack.
Oh, that's right.
So as you rush forward with your glaive extended, its mouth opens to try to pull in one of its prey, and you take that moment to just jab forward and impale right through the back of its throat. Your glaive kind of explodes out the back of the roper as you pull it in. You swing once more, it glances off, but then with the butt of the glaive, you kind of poke it in the eye. As you seek to just blind it and occlude its vision from being able to pull in your comrades. How much total damage do you
24.
do? 24 total damage. Very good. As this creature is kind of wavering, its tendrils are still taut, seeking to pull in its prey, but it didn't like the combined might of you and Hashin. Anthony, you are grappled. What do you do?
I will continue with the blade and start hacking at the arm that's grabbed me thus far.
Okay, you may do so. Make your attack.
Slice. I think a 20 will hit.
20 meets.
Yay!
Yep. So depending on how much damage you do, you may be able to free yourself and eliminate its ability to grapple with this tendril.
You do have blast.
Yeah, I did bless him.
Bless.
10.
Which isn't.
Oh, so then
If you roll,
then it doesn't meet. It
Correct.
exceeds.
It hits.
So you hit total. So
Okay.
don't have the damage. It is
So 10.
so 10 damage.
Yep.
All right. That is not enough to
Slice it.
sever it, but it does. That specific tendril does take 10 damage.
Okay.
Okay. Very good.
And then I will look at this. Oh, are we in dim light or darkness?
Yes.
Doesn't matter, but it gives me advantage.
Okay.
With that attack.
Do you want to roll again to see if you?
No, I
crit?
hit anyway.
No, but you could see if you crit though.
No, what would have happened was it would have rolled one less die. So rolling it again doesn't help.
Okay.
Yep. I then will. I can't do anything. End turn.
All right. That is the end of Anthony's turn. Cacophony. It is your turn.
All right.
I hate these battles.
Can I see the roper that's grappling me?
You can.
Okay, then I'm just going
Kill them
to
now.
cast Eldritch Blast
Okay.
from where I am at the
Eldritch
monster.
All right.
Blast.
Make your 3 attacks.
Yeah, girl.
That was a 17. That does not hit.
17 does not hit. I mean, it impacts, but does not find the flesh of the creature beneath the stone.
You are blessed.
Bless.
Oh, that's right.
You are blessed. So roll your d4. If you roll a 3 or a 4,
That was a 1. Oh,
not
well.
enough.
The second one, though, was a 29.
Which
So that hits.
more than hits.
And then a 26.
So 2 hits. While the first
Nice.
impacts harmlessly, the second catch the inside of its mouth, doing further explosive force damage to the beast. Go ahead and roll your damage.
That's a 15 for the first one, and then 11 for the second.
So 26 total. As the second of your Eldritch Blasts meets the inside of the creature's mouth, the remaining kind of back of its throat gets blown away, and it just kind of like slumps in on itself.
Nice.
And the tendrils go limp.
Yeah.
You are no
Nice
longer
job.
grappled,
Wonderful.
and it is
Ooh! Very cool.
eliminated. Well done, Cacophony. It is now Ray's turn as she takes her 2 swings at the roper in front of her. First attack from Ray. I'm just going to roll on the sheet here. That's a 16 that she's going to recklessly attack.
Yeah, she will.
25 will hit.
Nice.
Nice.
And the second attack is a...
Dang.
Well, that hit, but she's rolling with advantage just to see.
Nope. Is she using her great weapons?
She is. She's... Well, I'm not doing the
Minus 5.
minus 5 plus 10.
Okay.
So she hits with
Regular.
both of those.
Right.
So she's going to do first attack,
Barbarian.
13, second attack, 16. That is 29 total. She's not raging. So she does 29 total damage as she smashes her hammer 2 times into the side of the roper, just cracking and fracturing the stone armor that it has. It cannot withstand the strength of her blows as she's just, "You keep your hands off my friends!" as she's just smacking into this thing. It is now Celine's turn. High in the sky.
High in the sky.
Yeah,
You
that's-
see the hook horror
Blueberry?
emerge from the north. You see the roper on the east slump down in its death throes, and Ray is going to town on the one
Bet
on
she
the
is.
west.
From my vantage point, do I see any further down the hallways?
Good question.
I'll roll perception. Roll persuasion.
Yeah. I'll persuade.
Persuade the DM to see what you see.
Perception 12.
12?
Yeah.
It's hard because you would think that height might actually give you
Might.
a better viewpoint,
Yeah.
but it actually
I'm being
rises
silly.
you above the cave-like exits, and so you don't really see anything out to the sides, but you do get the sense that there is a lot of verticality to this entire structure. You recall that the Sultan described the city as a mountain that had been chopped off and turned into a floating city. And so you imagine that the way forward is actually going to be up, which is useful since you can fly now.
Three
I'm
people.
gonna cast Spiritual Weapon.
Okay?
A classic, a tried and true, as it were. And
It's a
I'll
resource,
take my sorcery point down to 14. And that's just at the second level, so I believe it's just 1d8 plus spellcasting modifier.
Indeed.
And that's gonna go for the hook horror.
Very good.
Well, the other one hasn't been hit yet, has it? The other
Ray
tentacly-
just hit it with 2 strikes.
the tentacly guy.
Correct.
Yes.
Well then you know what?
Yep.
Let's
focus
stack on that
fire.
one. Yeah,
Yep.
let's focus on that one.
Okay. Go ahead and make your attack on the hook horror.
I don't usually roll
I'm
this-
sorry, roper.
Sorcerer doesn't really roll a d8 often. It's so new to me. 5 plus 6 for my modifier, so that's 11 points.
All right, very good. So 11 more damage to the roper as you apparate your giant radiant scalpel, which pierces deftly into the large cyclops-like central eye of the roper and seeks to gouge it out.
And if you could move me southernly on the map, I want to.
Up more.
Yes, perfect.
Okay, very good. As you head to such destination,
Oh boy.
you get into the range.
Oh.
I wondered why you did it at an angle. Here we go.
Of
That's weird.
another roper, which you've now entered into. It immediately takes an attack out at you up in the air.
Now we've talked about Pythagorean theorem. Many
That is
times.
a hit. It has a 50-foot range.
Yeah, that works.
You are grappled.
Mathematically, you were right.
So you are auto-grappled.
I mean, technically, I could cast shield.
It
just
rolled a
used to-
19 on the die.
Yeah. Okay. that's
So
fine.
I didn't want to, I mean,
No, that's fine. You were actually very merciful for telling me that. So that's
yes.
fine.
All right, you are grappled. That was its held turn. It is now its turn.
Oh, good. That's its held turn.
And you are automatically pulled 25 feet, which does not put you within the bite because you were 30 feet up in the air away.
Great.
But you are now struggling against this creature as its maw is just kind of like chomping at you about 10 feet away. It's trying to pull you in.
Cool beans.
This one turns and seeks to bite Ray once more with disadvantage. That's a 14. She smacks its teeth away with her hammer as she continues to do the dance, as the roper rushes in and takes its 2 swipes at Hashin. The first of the attacks is a 21, which I think hits.
Yeah, I believe so.
Yep, that hits. The second attack is a 19, which also hits.
Yikes.
He's an 18 AC. So Hashin takes the 2 hooks kind of right in the back as it just kind of like rips the flesh from his back as he as it pulls it away. As it kind of rips it back, it just gobbles it up into its mouth immediately, and he takes a total of 20 slashing damage to his person. As it is now Hashin's turn. He sees this creature right upon him, and he will take the disengage bonus action, move back, and he will... Are we focusing fire or what?
Yes.
As he turns to the roper that Ray is attacking and makes his 2 attacks.
Yeah. Okay, that's fair.
You
Whatever.
good with that?
We need Ray to be free to...
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. First attack is a 27. That's a hit. Second attack is a 32. Both hit. Because Ray is next to it, he does get sneak attack on his first attack.
Nice.
Excellent.
So the first attack is a 16.
What is that 32? What number was that?
That was the second hit.
What was it, a 19 or a 20?
It was a 17. Yeah, none of them were 19s. So 16 and 14 is 30 base plus the
Wow.
D4,
Wow.
which is 3, so 33, plus the 3D6 for sneak attack. Ooh, that's good. 6, 6, 5.
Wow.
So 12, 17 on top of the 33, so 40, 50 points of total damage,
Dang, Good job.
which I think plus Ray's damage and Celine's damage, that one under the weight of his 2 blows also slumps
Nice.
Sick.
inward upon itself,
Good.
and
It's a
it
nice little
is
welcoming committee we
dead. Not grappled any longer. Okay.
got. I wonder what he took for his level ups.
He took 2 rogue levels,
Oh.
which is why
More sneak
his
attack.
sneak attack has gone up, and he also got
Like he picked a rogue subclass?
he took the swashbuckler
Yeah.
subclass.
Oh, that's-
Which is why
So
he got
basically,
the-
he has sneak attack on every attack, no matter what.
especially with
broken.
melee characters.
Yep.
But he's not really...
All right. That is his turn. Manny, it is your turn. The hook horror has rushed in, and Celine is about to be chomped.
He's gonna go down south.
Stop it.
You get within range.
Steve, it's terrible.
What did I do?
He's gonna
That's not your
slash
face.
at the tentacles.
Okay.
Looking this way?
I'm just going to move this up so it's on screen
I
a
don't
little
need to
better.
see your face.
Okay.
See your face.
All right.
We've
Okay.
sat next to each other for years.
Crit.
There we go! That's two crits
You
for
crit
you!
it again?
Yeah.
Gosh
Two
darn it.
crits
I'm
for
gonna
you!
use this die again.
Yeah.
Stay with that one.
That's not gonna be a crit. That I don't believe hits.
Okay. I will trust you.
That's another crit. You'll trust me?
That is a
You
crit.
critted twice?
I critted twice.
Wow, you guys. Today are
Manny!
well done, Manny.
All right.
You want to use the smite on that one?
No.
You jerk.
Oh, thanks.
Okay, just check.
Appreciate it though.
All right. So, knowing how to attack this beast, you aim for the mouth as you try to pierce through as it is grappling Celine. You are able, and it's just kind of viciously seeking to engulf her in its mouth. You just pierce both times right to the back of its throat. As it is just kind of gagging on your glaive. You miss with the second as you kind of glance off the side,
Same old story.
but yeah, it is
Well
impaled. Go ahead and what your total damage?
28.
28. Nice. Okay, as you
I w-
stand.
I was slashing at the tentacles. That might be less damage, but
Oh, okay, that does change it. So, you are with that much damage, you are successful in severing the tentacle.
Well done.
Sweet.
Okay, so the main body takes no damage,
Right.
but she is no longer grappled, and it is not able to grapple with that tendril anymore.
Question.
Yep.
If you take some of that damage away, would I have still?
Did either of those crits do more than 20 damage by itself?
No.
Okay. Then no, it would have taken both to sever it.
Okay.
Okay, very good. It is now Anthony's turn.
Actually, oh, it doesn't matter. It's too late.
I am going to go ahead and start running away. But first, I'm going to throw my sword at the bird person.
Okay.
A cacophony?
You take aim at.
Wait, what?
Take aim at Cacophony. You never liked her anyway.
Worker. But I don't want to head towards the other stone guy.
This guy's dead. Oh, you don't want to go that way?
No.
Where do we want to flee?
That way, yeah.
That way?
Down the
The
hallway.
other held action
yeah,
appears.
I want to bring the other stone thing in. Let's just get it out
and
in the
an ancient red dragon.
open. And so my attack will...
Stop it.
They in Scarlet.
Stop your little face.
He's got
No.
it.
Rebuke
that
you.
would have been
I
a
do
crit.
have two more.
But that hits.
Mr.
But
DM
it's
master.
also 10 o'clock, and you can face. This is a long dungeon.
We had a lot of questions.
Yeah.
It's only the ultimate part of our campaign.
Your attack
It
on
is
the
a
hook horror?
15 plus 6, 21.
That hits.
No, 26. But yes.
That hits.
And I'm going to do the damage.
As the shadow blade impales itself into its side, it kind of reels its head towards you.
20 damage even.
20 even. Nice. As it knows from whence its damage came.
I don't know if that was a good idea.
This is my simulacrum, so we're good. Don't worry.
And it is now Cacophony's turn.
Alrighty. Oh, does it feel wrong to go after the bird?
Yeah.
No, it
A
doesn't.
little bit.
Cousin Jerry.
Oh, that's right.
Fun fact, I actually thought the hook horror was your mini for a second, and I was staring like, why are you large now all of a sudden?
I'll turn around and shoot the bird with Eldritch Blast.
Okay, you take aim at the aberration of a fowl that is before
Hate
you,
these things.
and your first attack
26.
hits,
Yeah, girl.
13.
does not hit.
With a D4? You
Even
blast
with
so
the
that
D4.
goes on each.
Would it?
Mm.
It wouldn't get me to 20.
Yep.
And 23.
Okay, 2 of 3. The
Again.
first blast smashes into its torso. The second just kind of just barely misses over its shoulder, but the third hits squarely in its hip. The two attacks doing
Oh, yeah, pretty neat. I think it's the artificer.
8
It's pretty like
plus
this heavenly looking thing.
13.
okay, so 21 total damage. And
Nice. That's some solid damage. Who says that? No, I'm saying it.
It's Jake.
Steve does.
Ugh.
And
Oh,
Jake.
Yeah, both of them.
All right. Are you staying there, Cacophony?
Yeah.
All right.
Who says that?
It is now Ray's turn
Steve
as
also
she
goes, "Come on,
turns,
baby," and I got that
rushes
one
up
too.
behind the hook horror, and makes her 2 attacks. First attack is a 17 on the die. That's a hit. She's doing recklessly just because. That's a 13. So, okay. Second attack. Crit.
Nice.
Third attack, because she critted, she gets another one. Actually, that is the second attack. That's the second roll for the second attack. Here are the 2 for the. That's a 12, 23 hits. 16, so she gets all 3 hit.
Yeah.
One of them a crit. So attack 1
That's Ray. Right.
is
She's so
1. Ooh. Attack 2 is 12. So for 18, this is the one she critted. So that gets doubled
So 36 on that
to
one.
36
43.
plus the 7.
You double the pluses?
Well, for her, I'm not.
She's not-
She's
she's not
just
rolling twice.
there's all the. She gets like
Oh,
with
yeah.
a crit. She gets another
Right.
another D12.
Right, right.
So 7 and 36 is 43 plus her third hit is 16 more, so 53, 59, plus another D12. Man, I never roll these ones.
Same.
That's a 10. So that is
Best I can do
69,
is a D4.
It's dead.
and it is dead. And she just comes over the top of it and just brains it.
It's now
And
4 feet in the ground.
yeah, the head of this thing just is driven into the ground, and
Dang!
She's taking out her
it
anger.
is
Yeah.
eliminated.
That
The
thing's a
roper
road runner
that
now.
remains tries to, let's see, even, odd,
I mean, I did just attack it.
Odd.
odd.
Give it advantage.
It tries to go after
Did you skip my turn?
Celine.
Yes, he did.
Yes, I did. Sorry, I was so gleeful to attack you again.
Run!
I am going to. You know what's so funny? I wish the spiritual weapon could take the dash action.
Yeah, it's super
And
slow.
therein lies why I've never used it.
You move
You
30
always
feet.
use it.
There's
I
your
never use spiritual
30
weapon.
feet of
I can
movement
count on one
across the
hand.
battlefield as it
That's true.
You
seeks
She's
More
to.
recently.
Yeah.
Twice.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to do a nifty little spell called GTFO.
How do you cast that?
She goes, ah!
I don't want to cast it, but if I just move away, I'm still within distance.
You
Did-
can
you're
did
take.
not.
You can take
Oh,
the
50,
dash
yeah,
action.
50.
I know, that's why I was trying to see if I could preserve my action, but it pulled me down to the ground.
Correct.
Just get behind Cacophony.
Yeah, right. Bird
I'll
shield.
protect you.
I will take the dash action
Okay.
because I have to be so mindful of resources now.
Yeah.
So you are flying away.
And
And-
I actually clap Hashin and Cacophony on the shoulders. They pass by like tagging. And that's my action. Bonus action. I moved it. Yeah, there's nothing else I can do.
Okay, so now the attack goes to Enmanuel,
Sorry, buddy.
and that is a hit.
At?
Do you have shield? I believe you do.
I have a shield.
Yes.
No, I don't have a shield.
You don't have a shield spell? Okay, that's a 24 to hit.
It hits.
Okay. And it is able to pull you right away within range of its bite. So it now gets an
Oh no.
advantaged bite attack because you
I'm
are
grappled.
grappled against
Grampled.
What the
Grappled.
heck?
You're
Double.
grappled. That's like being grappled and trampled. You're
Final.
grappled.
By,
And I'm a
by a
grandpa.
grandpa.
Old man strength.
This thing's got like a stone beard. It's like, I just want to tell you about how I used to get to school.
That is a 20. What are they? Plus 7? Yeah, 21 to hit.
Meets.
Ooh.
So you take 10 slashing damage. That's already halved.
Okay.
As its jaws
Okay.
clamp around your leg, but your well-armored plate armor is able to take much of the blow, but it isn't able to absorb all of it, as some of its razor-sharp teeth kind of find their way through your mesh in between the plate and impale your leg. So 10 piercing damage to you, as it is now Hashin's turn. So he whirls around, and he stands still and takes his advantaged shots, which he has triple attack on. Triple advantage. 1.
So
It's a 19. It's a crit.
Nice.
There we
Uh,
go.
I'm not even going to roll the other 2. Moving to attack 2. He gets 3 attacks. Number 1 is a 22, which would hit, but second of the 3 is a 4. That would miss. Third of the 3 is a 1. Okay, so he
Ooh.
hits with the second. Third attack. Nope, he only gets the 2.
Yeah, he only, yeah. I
Yep,
think-
never mind.
Yeah.
Never mind. So he critted with the first, and which, how much life does this thing have?
It has all of it.
Oh, you haven't hit yet. Okay, let's see if he can do it. So, number 1. That's a good start. 17.
You're rolling Ray, by the way.
Dang, I am. Whatever. It's okay. It's the same.
Modifiers.
Yeah, except that the
Same
damage isn't.
Same result.
Okay, 15.
Murder.
I need to roll another d8 because he critted. 15 plus 4 is 19 plus 2d4 because of the crit. 3 and 4 is 7, so that's 26 plus 66 because of the crit. I'm at 27, yes.
I was, yeah.
Honestly,
I'm
I wasn't
trusting
tracking
you.
your mouth. I
27.
completely trust your addition.
Yeah.
37, 47, so that's 20 more damage. 47 plus attack number 2.
Smite.
It's 14 more. So
Sheen.
that is
61.
57, 61. That is not enough to kill it.
So
Do you want him to use a smite?
No.
No.
100% no.
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
Does he have 3 spells now, or just 2? He still has 2 because
He didn't take a warlock.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm trying to.
Get the gnats.
Okay.
With a skull.
So
You will
succeeded.
die.
So the
Very
hook whore
clean,
is
that's so-
staggered and bleeding out as Manny is
Finish 'em all.
grappled, and you are staring down its
The barrel of a
massively
45.
toothed maw.
All right, I'm going to take my 3 attacks.
Go for it.
Yes!
Crit?
Seriously?
Dang, Kale!
Wow!
You're coming online right at the end. This is great.
Oh, I wanted.
That's
to
a
be-
miss.
yeah.
Okay.
18. That on the die, that'll hit.
Yep. So roll your damage. This likely will kill it unless you roll very poorly.
Don't speak that.
Okay. 38.
Please describe its end.
So, Manny moving his shoulder aside to get some leverage, just stabs in once, stabs in twice, but it pings off, and then he comes around on the top and hits it on the forehead, and as it hits it on the forehead, a crack shows, and you see the inside, the gooey insides come out.
Ew.
Nice.
dies.
And it just kind of implodes upon itself.
Mhm.
And the cavern goes silent from the sounds of battle. And that is where we will pick up our session
In Toril.
next time.
We're back in
In the
Toro.
material plane.
We're
You are
back,
on the material
baby.
plane.
And it
Well,
sucks.
Back home.
some interesting revelations from the Sultan.
Time for some coffee.
And some fresh beginnings into this final dungeon.
That's right.
This is, for you viewers out there, the final dungeon of this campaign. The party we've been playing this story for almost 200 sessions.
Wow.
And we are drawing to a close.
600 hours.
And that represents about 5 years of D&D. In those, with COVID in there, we took a break, and whatnot. But final dungeon of this campaign, there are level 14 and 15, and we'll see how many of them make it out, if any. Alive. All right, we really appreciate you guys being here, sharing in our stories with us. And we will not be streaming next Tuesday because of vacations. But in 2 weeks, we will be back right here at 7:30 Eastern Standard Time when we continue to loot, smash gnats, and repeat.
I think I got one.
Good night, everyone.
The gnats revive themselves.
Cheers.